What is up, everybody? Thank you guys so much for tuning in, for listening. This is Behind the Days, baby. This is episode number 15. 15, guys. Thank you. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and listening. I know I say it a lot. You guys know how it goes in the intros, but it really does mean a lot to me that you guys are supporting, liking, sharing the show. If you guys are new, welcome. I'm glad you guys are here. If you enjoy what you guys are listening to, there is going to be a card that pops up in one of these corners. It will have 14 other episodes that are out right now. Also, if you guys want to support us any way necessary, you guys can just like, comment, and subscribe, baby. That helps me know that the community is growing, that there's people out there that are listening. It really means a lot to me. Also, you guys can go check out the website, happydazesco.com. The website itself is up and running right now. Unfortunately, you can't buy anything yet. This is just going to be like a little preview of what's to come. But please, go check it out. Go look at the couple t-shirts that we got. Go read our goal and our mission statement. And just come back, leave a comment, and let me know what you guys think about the website. See what kind of tweaks I need to do or whatever the case may be. I want to hear from you guys to make it more friendly. You guys can also follow the brand on Instagram at TheRealHappyDazesCO. That is the Instagram, the only Instagram for our clothing brand. You can also follow the show at Behind the Days Pod on Instagram. We just post clips and stuff on the page there. You can also follow this new little adventure that I'm about to start, a podcast network called The HAPPYDAZE Radio. And you can follow that on Instagram at HAPPYDAZE Radio. There I'm going to find a whole bunch of people, have a whole bunch of different shows going on. That way it'd be fun for everybody, you know. Add some new people in the mix and everybody has a good time, right? And then last but not least, if you guys want to follow just a one-stop shop for all of them, you guys can go follow Happy Days HQ on Instagram. That is a one-stop shop. There we post about Behind the Days Pod. We post about the network when it comes. We post about Happy Days, the clothing brand. We just post about everything on there. So you guys can go check it out. Shout out Mojo Supply Co. for another necklace that they gave me. This is the bulldog. It looks like a French bulldog. That one's my favorite because I got two Frenchies. It's awesome. But thank you. I really appreciate it. This is not a paid advertisement. This is not nothing. I just really like it, and I want you guys to go check them out and support them as well. It would mean a lot. But yeah, thank you guys. I really appreciate it. And if you guys are listening to this on Spotify, check out the YouTube. And we also have a audio only on YouTube as well for all the YouTube Premium people. You don't have to be subscribed to YouTube Premium, but if you like to listen to it on YouTube and you don't have Spotify or something, you guys can just have the audio version right there for you. But yeah, that should be all of my church announcements and everything. Again, please like, comment, and subscribe. But most importantly, I hope you guys enjoy this episode. This is episode 15, baby. Let's dive on into it. So this is the last rock bottom that I have hit so far in my life. And once again, it happens in high school. So this incident takes place my senior year. And there's one thing that I need you guys to keep in mind about me in my senior year. is I'm 18. So I am an adult, basically, in like the law's eyes. If you want to ask doctors, you're not an adult till you're like 26, 27. They even say it's like higher now, which I have no idea. Actually, now that I'm speaking about it, I'm kind of interested about it. I might have to do some research after this and check that out. I'm curious now. But anyway, so this is the last rock bottom, and this happened in high school. Senior year, this happened probably December, January, somewhere around there. It was still freezing cold outside, and there's still snow on the ground. So it has to be from November, I'd say probably, November to like February. But I believe this happened before Christmas. So this is probably early December, I think. Somewhere around there. Okay, so that doesn't matter. The time frame, December, Christmas, early, like cold, okay? And my senior year of high school, I did not like really do much like when it comes to after school activities. Like I'd still do band, but I didn't play lacrosse that year. I didn't do any of like the winter percussion or anything like that that the band offers. So my winter was pretty slow. That was until I found out that our school had or has a choir. Now, I didn't sing in the choir, although it would have been pretty cool, but I don't really know how to sing, or if I do, it's not that good, so not choir material. But they do have a live band that plays everywhere they go, and I play the drums. So I auditioned for it. I didn't get the drum set part, but I got the auxiliary part. So basically like cymbals, tambourines, basically all the extra noises. And it was awesome. Like I had a great time. Like the band that I was with, dude, it was awesome. I think one of the guitar players now is out doing some music of his own. He sent me a link like a few months ago to a song just out of the blue, and dude, I'm not gonna lie, it was really good. If I can find it and everything, I'll post it down below. You guys should go check him out and tell him that you found him here. I think it'd be really cool if our two worlds kind of intercrossed again, with him doing his thing and me doing mine. That'd be pretty sweet. But anyway, that's besides the point. They had a band, and I did the auxiliary part, and the people were awesome. But there wasn't just like the singers and the band. There were also like these crew members that help them move all the instruments, like all the stages, everything like that. And man, I felt like I knew every single person like on the crew and in the like the band. My mind just farted. In the band area. And like it was a great time. It was awesome. I was still kind of like rambunctious and like crazy, and it was a good time. I even knew like some of the singers. Like we were friends, like childhood friends, and somehow we came back together, and it was really fun. But the best part was when we went out of our area, like when we went to like a different city, or we went to just like a different school. It was cool seeing all those other band people and talking to a bunch of different people and hanging out with a bunch of different people. But this time, this was still around like my rambunctious times, you know? So me and a couple of the band members and a couple of the crew members, we'd like to get a little loaded up before we'd play, And so we do our thing, we drink a little bit. There's a guy that always had some weed with him, so we'd blow down a little bit when we were not at our schools and stuff, and it was a good time. It was really fun. This is around the time when I started smoking cigarettes heavily, because I was actually able to get them. This was before they changed the law to where you had to be 21 to buy any nicotine products. It was 18 for all the kids growing up now. It used to be 18. But that was it. American Spirits, the light blue package, man, those were my go-tos. If they didn't have that, I'd settle for the black package. But anyways, so we'd be out in like their vehicles, just like chain smoking cigarettes, just drinking a little bit, having a good old time. Everything was cool. And then after like all the competitions, this is like almost like word for word basically everything that we've done. So what we would do is we'd arrive, we'd warm up, okay? That warm up would be about 30 minutes. That way everyone's vocals can get all like warmed up and stuff. That way they don't hurt their throat, hurt their voice, or anything like that. They do those dumb exercises like do, re, mi, la, so, fa, la, stuff like that. Which was cool, because when I got to college, my first go around in it, I actually learned like that really does help your voice. So I was like, okay, cool. So I flashed back to that, and I was like, it really does make sense now. But so warm up, 30 minutes, right? Which was cool. So like we didn't really have to warm up like the band or like the crew members or whatever. We didn't have to really do anything. So that 30 minutes, we'd just be kicking it back, just chilling, just waiting for us to go. And after we were done, like chilling, warming up and everything, then it would be time to go to the stage and get everything like ready. Now, we would only have a certain time period before we can set up and tear down. And if you didn't make it between those time frames, you're out of luck, You get some points docked, which is not good. You want all the points that you can get. So, we get everything situated, we get everything going, right? Bada bing, bada boom, went smoothly, okay? I don't think there was ever an incident where we were cut on time or deducted points because of our time or anything like that. So, we were all cooling, always cooling, right? You never mess up. And then we perform. That's about 30 minutes, 45 minutes. It was really long. Like, it was good, but, dude, we could have done faster songs, but I don't think anybody wanted. They wanted to show off how good they could, like, sing, which I get. It's a choir. That's kind of what it's for, but come on, man. You gotta move it and groove it. But sometimes, after we like perform and stuff, we'd be like the first choir, second choir, third choir. We'd be the early ones up there. Like we would have nothing to do for the rest of the day, and we can't leave because we got to do awards, and then if we win that, then we have to do another one. We got to do like encore. We had to do an encore if we won the award, which was fine. Well, what are you gonna do when you have like 4 or 5 hours at a school that you don't even know that there's nothing around, and you took a bus or one of your homies drove up there? You don't really do much. It ain't a lie. You don't do much, okay? This was the worst part, just sitting and waiting, because, like I said, you're on a bus, so you can't really just go anywhere. And, like, sometimes we'd get there, we'd warm up, but then after warm up, we wouldn't go on for, like, another 2 hours. Like, because, like, people messing up time and everything can throw... If you're off 10 minutes, that throws everything else off 10 minutes. And then if someone else gets thrown off 10 minutes, that adds another 20. So all of it just trickles down. And if you're one of the last ones to perform, you're there damn near all day in your uniform, just sitting and waiting and just hanging out. I mean, it sucks. It's boring. So if we had to, me and my group of friends in the choir, if we had to sit and wait for 2-3 hours, we'd hang out inside for a little bit. We'd go out to homie's truck. We'd sit there. We'd smoke a couple cigs, We'd drink a couple drinks, and then we go back in. We talk to some people, and then we go back out and just keep repeating it. Sometimes the homie would have some edibles. Sometimes he wouldn't. And if that's the case, we'd be taking those, and then we'd just be chilling. We'd just be, just vibing the rest of the day, Eyes bloodshot red, but we're just sitting there cooling and just having a good time, just laughing with people, talking to people. It was fun. It was great. There were a few times when we went to like a bigger city and we were actually able to go like to the mall and stuff. Now, if you remember what I said I think I didn't say this in any of the episodes, I don't think, but so we go to like a bigger city and we'd be able to go like to the mall and stuff. So that's awesome. Especially if you had some money, you could just go ball out at the mall and then really just hop on the bus with your stuff, take up a whole seat to yourself with your bags and everything, and then just chill all the way home. Dude, it was awesome. It was a great time. But there's one thing that I enjoyed doing around this time, and I got in trouble one time on a trip. This one thing that I really enjoyed doing was stealing. Not like a whole bunch of stuff. Nothing major. Just like little petties, like little petty things. So like, I remember the first time I stole something, okay? We were at a Cracker Barrel. I was about 8, 9 years old. And I went back to the little toy section that Cracker Barrel has. And they had like a little carousel of like yo-yos and like a whole bunch of other things. Well, there was this one yo-yo that caught my eye. It was a red plastic one. And I really wanted it for some reason. I don't know why. I just liked it. It drawed my attention. So when I grabbed it off the shelf, right? And I walked up to my dad and I was like, "Dad, can I get this toy? Can I have it?" And he was like, "No, go put it back." So he walked with me. We put it back, and then our name got called over the intercom to get our food. Well, as we were like, we got seated and everything, but as we were eating and everything, I was like, "Oh man, I gotta go to the bathroom real quick." So, I went to the bathroom and I like looked around. I opened up the yo-yo and I took it out of the package and everything, and I shoved the package underneath the carousel. That way no one could see that I opened it. And then I put the yo-yo in like the top of the carousel. There's like a barred little area that looks like a basket. That's where they have like a bunch of loose toys. I put it up there somewhere. That way I would remember it. So I came back, nothing in my pockets. I just went to the bathroom. So we ate. We finished eating and stuff. Then after that, we had to pay. And I don't know if you guys have been to a Cracker Barrel or not, but you don't pay at the table like a normal sit down. You pay up at the front counter. So we had to get up and we had to go wait in line. No kid wants to wait in line. So what do? I go wander all the way back while my folks are in line getting ready to pay. I go wander back to the toy aisle. I'd pick up that little toy on top of the carousel in that little basket, the yo-yo, and I put it in my pocket, and I walked right out that door with it. That was the first time I stole something. And it wasn't the last time either. Like, that taught me just basically how easy it was. After that, dude, it was a full-on go. You know, I go to Walmart sometimes, just me by myself. This was when I was like 12, 13 years old, before they had games in like the case where you had to like ask somebody to unlock it and get it for you. They were just open, you know, just a little silicone, a little wrapper around it with a whole bunch of stickers on it to scare you. Yeah, I'd walk in. I think I was talking to my cousin about this the other day. I'd walk in with like an empty disc and a blank CD. This was when CDs were still a big thing, okay? This was when you could still pay somebody to make you a mix CD. Like, it was old compared to nowadays. It was like a little mixed cassette tape, like back in the 80s. Or 90s, I mean. Maybe it was the 80s. I don't know. But I get just a regular, like, case of, like, a different game and a blank CD, and I put it in between my belt buckle. Not my belt buckle, but, like, my pants and my stomach. So, like, on my chest, tucked into my pants, and I have, like, a belt on, so that way the thing wouldn't fall. Well, when I go walk around Walmart, Target, or one of those places, I'd look at, like, all the games and stuff that I wanted, and I'd pick one. I'd say which one looks more fun. So I'd look at everything, and then I'd leave. I'd walk around with my folks for a little bit. I'd go at the toy section. I'd come back to the games, and then this is when I would do it. I would take the little plastic not silicone, but like little plastic wrap off the game little box. I'd take that off. I'd throw it underneath the shelf where it is, because it's hollow. You can just throw shit underneath there. So I'd throw it underneath there, and then after that, I would open up the game. I'd take the game. I'd get the empty case with the blank CD in it. I'd put that, and I would flip-flop them. So I just flip discs, and I would leave the game that I took. I'd leave the box and everything on the shelf with the game in it, and I would walk out with the game that I would want with the different box, because I didn't want someone to come in and realize that it's an empty box, because you're gonna get caught easily. Not if you lift it up and you hear something in it and it doesn't have that silicone, you just assume that maybe someone wanted to look at the disc, or, you know, I don't know, could have been a packaging error. Who knows, right? They don't know until they open up it. Hey, that's not the right game. And then bada bing, bada boom, you got a new game that you like, and someone else doesn't. I don't know. Stealing's bad. I don't recommend it. But it was just little stuff like that, like headphones. Headphones were a big, easy thing. Chargers, phone cases were an extremely easy thing. You can just basically have a case on your phone, find a similar or a case that you like different, just flop cases. This was before they had all their security. It had the cameras and all the lines and everything. This was like way back in the day, like 2010 maybe? 2009? 2009? Not 29. 2009? Something like that. But I do not recommend that. Don't steal. I don't steal anymore, and I'm about to explain to you why. So, before me getting onto this tangent about my first couple times stealing, I talked to you guys about us as a choir going to the mall and stuff, right? That was a great time, because all the possibilities of you stealing. Like, anytime I'd walk into a store, I'd look for the cameras. Like, that would be the very first thing I'd do. I look to see exactly where the cameras are, what kind of cameras, if it's the dome cameras, if it's like the mirrored cameras. If it's like the old-fashioned cameras that are just kind of in the corner, or if it's like the little puck cameras that are better than anything else now. But that would be the first thing I did. And we'd hit up on our choir tour. We hit up maybe 5 or 6 malls, right? And out of those 5 or 6 malls, I stole out of 5 or 6 of those malls. And it was crazy because this homie that I was with would be doing the exact same thing that I do, but this dog was like way more ballsy than me. Like I'd get a whole bunch of like small stuff, right? Stuff that you can like easily fit into pockets or easily hide up your sleeve or like quickly throw in a backpack. Nah, dude, this homie bought like a drum. Like it was a drum, like literally, like hold on, like literally like this big. Maybe like I don't know if you guys are watching this on YouTube or listening to this on Spotify, probably like a foot tall. Or if you guys are listening to this on Spotify, check out the YouTube version too. We got a video. Check it out. But this homie would steal like crazy stuff, like big stuff too. Like I'm just flabbergasted at some of the stuff that my homie would like get. But that's besides the point. There's this one time at this one mall, at this one place, and my homie was like, dude, let's see what we can do. Okay, let's see what kind of damage we can do. And my homie told me that he was looking to get like an outfit. And I was like, just like a shirt or something? He's like, nah, dude, like an outfit. And he showed me how he did it. So he would go in to the changing room with whatever he wanted to try on, right? And he would basically just try it on, take off the tags in there, and wear it out. Like, there was no, like, hiding it. That was just, like, straight up like, yo, this is what I'm doing. This homie had on a tracksuit with shoes and just fucking walked out of the store. No alarms went off. No nothing went off because he had all the tags off. But he just walked out. I was shocked. I was amazed. I was like, no way can it be that easy. I was like, there has to be something up. But he did it again. He didn't wear it, though. He threw it in his backpack. So this man's had, like, 2 outfits already, and I got nothing. I was like, fuck. I was like, alright. Because we would have, like, a little competition on who could bag out the best, right? But this time, we went to this one store. We went to this one nice store. It was like a higher boutique store. And we were just looking around, right? Nothing big. No big deal, right? Just looking around. Well, the workers gave us like a little side eye when we walked in because it was kind of unusual for 3 kids to walk into this type of store. And we were just looking around, right? Just looking around. And what would happen is, like, no one saw anything, but I saw something. I saw a shirt that I wanted. I don't know why I wanted this shirt looking back because it was literally just like the shirt that I have on now. It's just a plain black shirt. The material of it, though, was amazing, dude. It was nice. It was kind of like a silky, like, cotton. You could tell, like, there was some, like, cotton or something in it, but it still had, like, a little slick to it. It was nice. And what happened was I'd go in to the changing room. I'd try to do what this man's did, but I fucked up. I didn't, like, swap out the shirt. I didn't do anything like that. I just tried it on, took it off, took it out, and I walked back out of the fitting room with the shirt in my hand, walking over to put it on the rack, take it off the rack, and I put it in my backpack. Yeah. Which, you know what I do when I first walk into a store? I look for the cameras. My eyes are always looking at the cameras, looking for the cameras. Well, I missed a camera. I was in such a look, I didn't even think about looking up. Yeah. I didn't see the camera that was directly above me getting everything that I just did. Bro, I was fucked. I was like, there's no way this is gonna be good. I thought it was gonna be a dummy camera. I hope that camera didn't work. But comes to find out, all the fucking cameras in that place worked. But as we were walking out, right, when a lady comes up and was like, hey, you, come here, can I talk to you real quick? I did not leave the store, nothing yet. So technically, I didn't steal it because I did not leave the store. The alarm did not go off or anything. My foot was still on the store property. But she was like, hey, let me talk to you real quick. I was like, oh, okay. And she was like, do you have anything in your backpack? No. Why? Well, I think you got something in your backpack. No. I mean, I got some like drinks and stuff in here for the trip that I'm on, but I don't have anything else in my backpack. I was like, I'm sorry. And she was like, can you come with me real quick? I want to show you something. I was like, yeah, I guess. So I look back at my homies. They look back at me, and they give me the, oh, fuck. They give me that look, you know? Like the, nope, here we go again. So I follow her. After I give my homies that look, I go walking back over with her, and she walks me over to the security room, and she wants to show me something on the screen. I was like, okay. I was like, yeah, show me. And she played it. I was like, okay. Is that you? No. Play it again. Are you sure that's not you? Yeah. Yeah, positive. Play it again. That's you. Nah. And then she's like, I know it's you, so I'm getting a cop and is going to talk to you. Not good. Yeah. So, when the cop came, that's all I was thinking in my head. Not good. So, the cop came, right? Big dude. He walks in, and he was like, hey, so I heard you're stealing. I was like, no. I was like, I didn't. He was like, well, that looks like you on the camera. I got the bag. I got the thing. So, it was you. I kept denying it. I said it wasn't. I said I didn't. And then he looked at my sunglasses that I had in my pocket. And they were like the Ray-Bans. They were the round ones. And he was like, you steal these too? I laughed a little bit. I was like, no, I did not steal those. I said, those are mine. I had them the entire time. And he was like, yeah, I'm going to call just to make sure. So he calls like Sunglass Hut, and he calls another sunglass place to see if they were missing a pair of the Ray-Bans. And he was like, well, it looks like you're clear. I said, I know. I told you. I didn't steal those. And he was like, well, it looks like you just were trying to get a shirt today, huh? I was like, I guess so. And he was like, well, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to take you to jail. I'm going to process you for theft. And then you're going to be trespassed from this store. And you can never come back to this store ever again. Great. I don't plan on it. I was honestly, I've never been to that mall ever again, so it don't really matter. um, but he was like, "Yeah, so you're gonna be like booked and everything, and you're gonna go now." That's not good because we're on a choir trip right now with school. My folks aren't here, which it doesn't really matter because I'm 18. And third, we still had another performance that night, so I wouldn't be able to make it, unfortunately. Um, so he did all of that, and then he was going through my backpack. He was rummaging through all the pockets and everything just to see if there was anything else, and he came across 2 or 3 individually wrapped brownies. And he was asking me about them. He was like, "So what are these?" And in my head, I was just like, "They're brownies." And I told him, I was like, "They're just brownies." And he was like, "Well, why are they individually wrapped like this?" And I was like, "Well, it's because my mom makes brownies for the choir trip, and she individually wraps them all. That way, there's no germs. You don't have to have everybody's hands all together touching everyone's brownies. It's more cleaner, and it's more healthier." That wasn't true, but it's what I could think of at that time. And he bought it. He said, "Oh, okay. Um, what what do you want me to do with them?" I was like, "Can I just eat them?" And he was like, "Yeah, go ahead." Just kidding. He didn't say go ahead. He said no. He said, "I'm going to throw them away." I said, "No, don't throw them away." I wanted to eat them. Come on, man. Let me just scrunch them down. But he said no. And it was unfortunate, but it is what it is. Um, I'm just glad he didn't actually. Dude, what if he came back and took them home and ate them? That would have been funny. But he said no. And I was upset at this point because there is no getting out of it. Like, this was it. I'm going to jail. Now, I was only in jail for like a day, so it's nothing crazy. I was super upset though. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I cried. I don't know if I for sure. No, I did not cry because I was going to jail. Like, that part didn't bother me. It was the fact that I had to tell my parents again that I let them down, and it was the fact that I just could not get a grip on myself apparently, and this was, I guess, the last chapter in that book of me fucking up and failing. And like, this is it. This is my turnaround. And so he cuffed me. He walked out. I was in a suit because we had to stay dressed because we had a performance that night. So I'm in my nice suit with cuffs, walking through. I don't know if I walked through them all, but I know I passed a whole bunch of people that I saw, and they saw me hop in the back of the paddy wagon. Like, it was one of the big metal ones, like, not comfortable. Everything was metal. The bench was metal. It was like a van cut in half. Like, I had to scrunch up. Like, I couldn't sit like normal. Like, I had to tuck my feet. I had to sit at a weird angle. Not cool. And then I got booked. I went. Just stayed in like a big holding area. Like, it wasn't a cell because you could get out. You can sit in the bench, like on a bench. You could watch TV. I made one phone call because I thought that's all you got was one phone call. I called my dad, and I told him what was up. The school already called them to tell them, so they were already on their way, which kind of pissed me off. Like, okay. But he was already on their way. So I just went back and I just sat in like a holding cell, just talking to some people, just trying to get a grip of myself. And then that next day, I got picked up. I had to get some bonds, so I was out on bond. I got picked up, and then on the ride back home, we stopped at a Cracker Barrel. And thinking about that now, dude, I didn't even think about it until now, but that is a funny full circle, because I started my stealing career at a Cracker Barrel, and then I ate dinner like a Last Supper for my stealing in a Cracker Barrel. Like, I started and I ended my stealing in a Cracker Barrel. Like, I can proudly say that I have not stolen since that day. Do I still have the urge to? Yes. Do I think about it every time I go into a store? Yes. Do I? No. I just don't want to make that same mistake. I don't want to go back to jail. I did meet some pretty cool people in jail, and then I met some people that I hope they can turn their life around. Like, I met two 15 and a 16-year-old on gun charges. And they were in an adult facility while they were minors. So that just says something about how serious they were, or it was the only place they could hold them. But that was it. That was my rock bottom, dude. And then after that, it was just a journey up now, man. We're not even close to the very top. We're growing every day. But that was it. This has been the last episode of this series. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. But hope you guys learned something from today's episode. Hopefully you guys learned, don't steal. It's not good. It may be fun. The little adrenaline rush may be fun for you, but it is not fun. There's some big consequences to it, and I do not recommend it. So don't do it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, for listening. I hope you guys have a great day. Go live life in a happy days. Love you. Peace.